Welcome to Business Excellence Series. In our first video of RACI, we learned how RACI brings clarity to roles, responsibilities, and decision making within a process. We also discussed the importance of first understanding and structuring a process before applying RACI and how RACI helps eliminate ambiguity by defining who performs the work, who owns the outcome, who provides input, and who needs to be informed. Now that we have covered the fundamentals of RACI, let us explore how the framework can be applied in a real world workflow. Rather than discussing the model in theory, let us apply it to a simple air ticket booking process. There are several workflow operating models. For this example, we will use an assisted service model where a travel assistant processes the request on behalf of the traveler. This illustration uses a simple air ticket booking process to demonstrate how RACI can be embedded into a workflow. Before discussing roles and responsibilities, it is important to understand the scope of the process itself. In this example, the process begins when a traveler submits a travel request and ends when the booking details are shared with the traveler. The process consists of 7 activities: submit travel request, search flight options, check travel policy, recommend flight options, approve travel, book ticket, and share booking details. One question that often arises is whether there are any subprocesses within this diagram. The answer is no. The illustration has been intentionally kept at the activity level to focus on RACI assignment. If we were to expand activities such as flight search or ticket booking into detailed operational steps, they could become subprocesses. However, for the purpose of demonstrating accountability and ownership, only the primary activities are shown. The flow is presented horizontally from left to right, making it easy to visualize the sequence in which work progresses through the process. Each numbered box represents a distinct activity, and together they form the complete ticket booking process. Once the process flow is defined, the next step is to clarify who participates in each activity. This is where the RACI matrix becomes important. Instead of placing people in swim lanes, the diagram structures RACI as row items. The rows represent the different roles involved, such as the travel executive, travel manager, traveler, finance team, HR, or admin team. The columns represent the activities. At every intersection, we identify whether a role is responsible, accountable, consulted, or informed. This provides a clear and consistent view of ownership across the entire process. As we walk through the activities, we can see that the travel executive is responsible for most operational work, including searching options, checking policy compliance, recommending flights, booking tickets, and communicating booking details. The travel manager is accountable for the approval decision, ensuring that there is always a single point of ownership for the outcome. The traveler may be consulted whenever additional information or clarification is required, while finance and HR are informed or involved only when their inputs are necessary. This structure ensures that everyone understands their role without creating unnecessary overlap or confusion. The lower section of the illustration provides additional context. The input section identifies the information required to start the process, such as travel requests, traveler details, budgets, and preferences. The systems and tools section highlights the platforms used to execute the work. The output section shows the deliverables produced by the process, including confirmed tickets, itineraries, and booking confirmations. The key control section reminds us that policy compliance, approval authority, budget validation, and data accuracy are built into the workflow. Finally, the benefits section summarizes the business value created through clear ownership, faster execution, better compliance, cost control, and improved traveler experience. The footnotes at the bottom are equally important because they explain the meaning of each RACI designation. Responsible refers to the role performing the activity, accountable refers to the role owning the outcome and making the final decision, consulted refers to the individuals providing input or expertise, and informed refers to stakeholders who receive updates. The footnote also clarifies that consultation occurs only when additional input is genuinely required, helping to keep the process efficient. Taken together, the workflow, RACA matrix, supporting information, and footnotes create a complete picture of how accountability can be embedded into a process in a simple, visible, and scalable manner.